Hi everyone, it's Debbie Debonair here and welcome to Meet the Authors, a series of interviews that I'm bringing to you so that you can be introduced to each of the authors of Alive to Thrive. So today I am so excited to have with me the lovely Cheryl Blunt, and we are going to discuss with hi Cheryl, and we're going to discuss with Cheryl what the book means to her, what the journey's been like, and what her vision is for the book. So Cheryl, it's an absolute delight to have you with us. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Debbie.
Oh, it's my pleasure. So Cheryl, what was it about the book project that made you say yes to being one of the authors when I asked you?
First, I had to pray about it because I really wasn't sure that I was ready to tell my story in the way that it needed to be told. And it took me a minute before I felt like this is it. This is the project. So when I was going over everything and reading over it, I was like, this is why I went through what I went through, is to tell my story and to help other people struggling with mental illness and different things and trauma. I'm supposed to help them. So I thought that this would be a good platform to help.
That's beautiful, because I think more and more we need to have these platforms, don't we? So that the message can get out, that suicide isn't the answer, that there is life out there. We just need to find your purpose.
That's it.
Is really kind of what we're trying to get over to people and show people how you can thrive. So how has the actual journey of revisiting your trauma and the actual journey of being an author on this platform and what was required for you to actually write the chapter?
When I got the requirements to write the chapter, I started writing and I was crying, I was emotional, and I couldn't really grasp it all because I've never put it on paper and never put it wrote it down the way that I needed to for the book. So I was traumatized. I literally, it took me a couple months to really get in my head that, this is happening and this is your story. And so every time that I would reread it to update it, it would traumatize me so that or trigger me so that I had to deal with things. So this was it helped me get out of my own way, because I needed to get out of my own way in order to help other people. And that's what happened with this book. So in the course of that, I was able to go to school and get my life coaching certification, which I've always wanted. I've always wanted to help people get through the traumas that I got through. And then I'm also right now training for addiction and relapse certification. Wow. I'm hoping to have that by the end of the year. I'm so excited about that.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes, to be a counselor with addiction and relapse. And we're also right now running a change group with 5 women, helping them to move past their addictions. So it's helped me get out of my own way and really find that purpose in life that I needed to give back to other people in the community.
Yeah, I think as well, from the conversations we've had through the journey, this has been quite a healing process for you.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
That is healing. So beautiful, so beautiful that has given you what you've taken from it. That's absolutely brilliant, and I'm so pleased that and so elated really that it was able to help you heal through your trauma, so that you can be here to guide and empower others to work through theirs. That's just beautiful. Beautiful.
I appreciate you giving me the opportunity. And what's so huge about the healing process and this process that we've been on with this book is that it's it's helped me heal relationships with my family. So right now I'm here with my mom, spending time with her, where that may not have been, you know, a couple years ago,
Wow.
this way. So I'm so excited, and it makes me so happy that I was able to have this opportunity.
That's fabulous. And I'm you know,
Yes.
it warms my heart that, you know, that we gave you that
Yes.
opportunity through this journey. It's just absolutely beautiful. So Cheryl, what do you wish the book will give to our readers, to the people who come across the book, who pick it up, who buy it, who read it? What's your wish for it?
I hope it
Or
gives
them, should I
people,
say?
I hope it gives them a sense of hope, a sense of community, to know that they're not the only ones that have been through this, and to help guide them through, because hopelessness doesn't last forever. And sometimes we get in a hopeless state, and it just doesn't seem like anything else is gonna come out of it. But I'm hoping that they see that through our stories, that they can push through and they can ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. And a lot of people are suffering right now with mental illness, and not even so much mental illness, also the depression and just basic everyday stress, that they need to ask for help. And sometimes the stigma of that keeps them from asking for help. And I'm praying that they see, that the world sees that, and the people that are reading that see that there is hope. There is hope as they move through their future, or onto their future.
Yeah, and I think also as well, not just for those who are going through the actual the challenges that their mental illness is bringing them, but also those who are trying to support them but don't know how. You know, because I think
Yes.
there's a bit of a
Yes.
gap, isn't there, between the people wanting to reach out their hands and the people who want to take the hands. You know, there's a bit of a gap, because the people who want to
Yes.
take their hands don't always understand enough, or are scared because they
Yes.
don't or they believe they don't understand enough to be able to support them. And I think the book will actually help not only the person with the challenges, but the people around them as well,
Yes.
to actually support them.
I do too, because a lot of times we want help, but the people that are trying to help us are making it worse, sometimes by their words, sometimes by the things that they don't know what to do. So so the resources in that book and some of the steps that we all share, I hope that helps the people that are trying to help, and helps the people that are going through it to take that step, that next step, and get help.
Yeah, that's fabulous.
Yes.
I think we've all got loads of wishes for it, haven't we?
Yes.
You know? So
I'm
how
so excited about it.
Oh yeah, we're kind of getting, you know, ever closer, and ever, it's just the excitement is building and building and building.
Yes.
And so what or how do you think the book will impact the world?
I hope it gives them a hope and a purpose. We need more people to get on board and advocate for the things that they believe in. A lot of times this stigma around mental health, we've lost a lot of lives because people are scared to ask for help. People are scared to admit that they're depressed, or they're stressed right now, and they can't handle everything coming at them. So I know that by the time I got help, I was in the 4th stage of mental health, which is deep. And it takes a long time to come out of that. I'm praying that that our book and the stories in the book help others to come out of that quicker, and to ask for help before it's too late.
We want them to ask for the help, be able to ask for the help when they're in the 1st stage.
Yes, yes,
stage.
and recognize that what stage you're in, and that you're in the 1st stage. And that's important. That's why we do our mental health awareness events, to you know, help them understand that.
Yeah,
give them
absolutely.
comfort during that time.
Absolutely. And, I think as well, because of where we want the book to kind of go, like in the universities, in the colleges, be
Yes,
on the national curriculums across the world, we have the belief in the book that it can have that huge impact
yes,
on others because of what we are doing now from where we were when we began our own personal
yes.
journeys, to show that, we are alive to thrive. And that's exactly what we want for every single person in the world.
Yes, I think that's huge. I mean, when you're looking worldwide, and it's not about us. It's us telling our story so that we can help others. And that's what makes me so proud of this book, is that we're helping others. And I love that about this book, and that it goes worldwide.
Yeah, yeah. And I know, like you say, it's not about us,
No,
you know, who are in the book. It's about the inspiration
yes,
in the book, and how that inspiration in the book can be such a positive influence on other people's lives,
yes,
so that, like we say, we can guide them from stage one away from the rest of the stages.
yes.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of you for putting this book in, I mean, for thinking of this and putting it into effect, and picking the women that you chose, because there's so many people out here. And the platform, I hope that someday the platform that you had previously, where you had our videos on it first before we started the book, I
Yeah.
hope that you do that again at some point, because people need to hear those stories.
Yeah, it is something that I am bringing back again.
Mhm.
The life celebrations
Yes.
platform. Yeah, it is something that I'll be bringing again, because I've actually been asked about, why is it just women and not men? And
Hmm.
so it opens up. And I did do a life celebration about men as well.
Hmm.
It was actually a mixture. It wasn't just men; it was men and
Yes, I
women
saw that.
after the women one. So maybe then we need to look at possibly, doing a live to thrive too.
Yes.
And having, some men's stories to share, because it is difficult for
I
men
think that would be
in
awesome.
society to open up, because men are men.
Yes,
And it's not like, it shouldn't be like that. They should be able to be allowed to express themselves and reach out for help. So,
yes.
that is
I
definitely
really do
something.
believe that. And a lot of men are going through it as well.
Yeah.
We should
There's still,
celebrate life, and we should celebrate life. The fact that we're here, and with everything going on in the world, the fact that we're here, that should be celebrated. And I
yeah,
love that celebration of life that you offer.
yeah, absolutely. And just because the book is written by women, the book isn't just for women.
Yes,
you know, we we're not just inspiring women. We're inspiring men, and we're inspiring
everybody.
children, and the youth of today as well. So it's really important, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So before we go, Cheryl, would you share with our reader, well, with the audience of this interview,
Mhm.
just a little bit about your story, so that they can see, the different types of stories that's actually in the book, and the different challenges that the authors went through?
Yes, I had difficulties as a child. And when I was very young, at the age of 12, I got thrust into the street, and that was prostitution, sex trafficking. I was brutally raped. Those things took me on a downward spiral um, of self-abuse and self-sabotage. So that's what my story is about, and how I was able to pull myself out, some of the steps, and how I was able to pull myself out of that, um, and go ahead to thrive now as an adult. It took a long time. It wasn't an overnight process, but I'm trying to show people that you can do it, even when you're at the end, and that you're at the bottom bottom. Like I didn't think I could come back up. I didn't want to come back up. So in order to thrive now, that's a beautiful story. And I didn't do it alone. I had several people, and of course God, to help me push through that. So I want to show other people that your hopelessness today is not your future tomorrow, and you can get past that.
That's absolutely beautiful, Cheryl. And, you know, thank you, because your story is so inspirational, and the courage and resilience and endurance that you had and probably didn't realize you had has actually brought you to where you are today, and you do some amazing things in the world. So thank you so much for being part of this, because you know what you do, it needs to be heard, definitely.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, Debbie, to get to know the authors and you and the publisher, Don. I mean, this has opened up a whole new world for me, and I just really appreciate you all.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you for being with me today.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. And so this is the interview with Cheryl Blunt, and watch out very soon for our next author for you to meet in Meet the Authors interviews. Thank you. Take care, and bye for now.
Thank you.